Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Look, this video is a very special video. And let me turn this down a little bit. I wanted to speak to y'all. I thought that what greater time than this to come on here. It's early, so I haven't put any clothes on really, haven't gotten dressed. But I had to come on here because I wanted to tell you what God has done. Oh my God. Let me turn this down a little more. I'm at the hotel still, and I wanted to tell you that I've been praying constantly and praising and believing and trusting God to do what He said He would do. Just walking by faith and seeing God's hand move just motivated me to continue to just press forward and continue to just trust and believe in the process. Well, when I tell you God is a miracle worker, He is truly a miracle worker. I love Him so much. It's been a struggle for me on the Daniel fast. I've had challenges, trials, tribulations, persecutions. Well, listen, not so many persecutions. Persecutions from the devil. Let's say it like that. Today, which is Thursday, September the 23rd, 2020. I received a phone call this morning from my daughter. For many of you that do not know, my daughter had to go to the emergency room 3 days ago. She was having abdominal pains that were just unbearable. She was throwing up. She had fever. She was very sick. Mind you, she's type 1 diabetic, severely. Well, not claiming it, symptoms of severity. We got to not claim those things. And so she went to the emergency room, and they did a CAT scan to see what the problem was on her abdominal area. And come to find out, she had a gallstone, a huge gallstone. And in 2018, my daughter had her gallbladder removed because it had gallstones, and it was just real ugly, and it was infectious. And so she was transferred to San Antonio University Hospital, where they removed the gallbladder. They cut my daughter from one side of her stomach across to the other side. Now, mind you, she only weighs 130 pounds. At this time, she was 21. So when she got sick this time and went to the hospital, they did a CAT scan, which showed she had that gallstone that I told you about, that was trapped into her bile duct, which was the reason she was throwing up. And she couldn't hold food down, and she was in such bad abdominal pain. And so because of her, when she was a baby, she had to have her pancreas, 95% of her pancreas removed when she was a month old. You know, the enemy's been trying to take her out since she was born, since she came out of my womb. And so they had a hard time removing that because they're in Corpus Christi because of the scar tissue, and they were not equipped to do those things. So they transferred her. She was transferred to San Antonio. So anyway, back to this visit. They found on the CAT scan, they found, like I said, a gallstone that was trapped into her bile duct. They transferred her that same day. Within a few hours, they transferred her to San Antonio, back to the same hospital, San Antonio, the University Hospital. Yeah, I'm playing this little music, and I want y'all to be able to hear it. And so I just been constantly praying, and they said the only way it was going to be able to be removed was through surgery, and that they would possibly have to go back in the same way that they did when they removed her gallbladder. Let me tell you, that was like the worst surgery. It was the hardest surgery that my daughter had experienced in her adulthood. Um, so I just cried out to God. When I left the hospital, I cried, and I needed a miracle. You know, I needed a miracle, and I cried out to God, and I pleaded and begged God, please, please give my baby a miracle. Please, if they have to open her up, God, please just let it be a small cut, not let it be the cut. This cut she had was that long. I asked God, please just let it be a little small cut. And so she called me the next morning, and she said, Mom, I'm not going to have surgery. they're going to be able to go into her mouth, that they're going to be able to go in through my mouth, Mom, and take it out like that. Oh my God, I was just rejoicing because I knew God had answered my prayers, and I was like, oh, thank you, Lord, and I was praising God. All through this process, let me just tell you how the hand of God was moving. So the next morning, after she called and told me that, she said they're just going to do a procedure. And so I'm this time en route to get to San Antonio because I'm in Corpus at the time, and I had to leave the next morning because I don't do night driving. I just can't do it. My eyes just don't allow it. And so the next morning, she calls me and tells me that I'm going to get my mom so we can go. She was like, they're going to get ready to do the procedure this morning. So I started crying again. And I was like, God, I just wanted to see her. I just wanted to give her a kiss before they take her in. And not even 10 minutes later, she called me back. And she said, Mom, the doctors, they're not going to be able to do the procedure today. They're not going to do it till tomorrow because the doctor got sick. You tell me that I don't serve an awesome God, and I will tell you that you're a liar because I serve a mighty God. And so I'm about to cry. And so I go and I pick up my mom, and we leave and we make it to San Antonio. And they have her sedated and on medication because of the pain. And so yesterday, she called me. Called me about 4:30 in the morning. She said, Mom, they're getting ready to get me ready to take me to do the procedure. They were going to go through her mouth and go in there in her stomach and take it out. So I got dressed, got to the hospital, sat there, and they hadn't came yet. So a team of doctors came, and they needed to do an MRI, so they can see what they're going there and which way they're going to go and take this out, how they're going to do this, where is it at, so they can take it out. And but they hadn't came yet, and I sat there, and she said, Mom, you can go back to the room. I said, well, call me when they do the procedure, because I was able to spend time there, pray in there, read the word in the room. And so I came back to the room, and so this morning she calls me, and I'm like, okay, maybe they're getting ready to do this procedure. But she calls me, and she says, Mom, it's not there. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not there? She said, Mom, it's gone. It's not there. They're not even going to have to do the procedure. And oh my God, right then I knew God had done a miraculous thing. God miraculously removed that gallbladder, that gallstone. And so now they're going to get ready to take her off of the medications and things and try to get her to hold her food down and let her go home possibly today. You tell me, I got to turn this down. Let me tell you, this is while I'm on the Daniel fast. God is moving. God hears your prayers. God is faithful. God did it for me. He could do it for you, and He could do it for your family. I have another miracle that I have asked God to do. He's working on another one of my children. I need another miracle, God. And this is what I told God this morning. I need a miracle, God. Let me tell you something. I have not been able. I've had days where, like here, for instance, it's been hard trying to stay faithful to the Daniel fast. Now, I did, I'm doing what I have to do. It's just that the situation I'm in is just kind of challenging, but I'm still on it. But God knows my heart, and God knows that I want to be faithful, and God knows that I trust Him, and God knows that I believe that He'll do just what His word says He'll do. So God gave us that miracle. He removed it. They won't have to cut her. They won't have to go through her mouth because God did it. God supernaturally, surgically removed it. Okay? So I just wanted to encourage you with this testimony of the miraculous things that God did. Did you hear everything I said? Did you really hear everything I said? That was God. All God. All God. I didn't have the money to pay for this room. God provided. God made a way. And I thank Him. It's not about who He uses. It's about what He does and who He uses. It's not who gives it and puts it in your hand or pays for it. It's that God put it in their heart. It's that God ordered it. It's that God did it. Everything that's done, God did it. So I just wanted to encourage you this morning and tell you, stay faithful to God. Praise Him even when you don't see it. Trust Him. Just know that He's going to do it. You may not know how, but know that He'll do it. I hope that this has blessed you as it has blessed me. And get ready for the next miraculous testimony, because as they keep coming, I'm going to keep delivering them, because I'm a child of God. I'm a child of the King. And that my dad is big. He's bigger than this. So I just wanted to just encourage you and just tell you to just trust him in whatever it is that you believe in him for, and he'll do just what it is you want him to do. God bless you. I love you. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right here. Right here. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. I love you. I do answer comments back. If I haven't gotten back to you, I will. Trust me, I will. So good night. I mean, good morning. I don't know what to say. I'm so excited. Bye, guys.